Hello everyone, and welcome to many of y'all's favorite videos from me, these Build-A-Binder videos where I put together the newest set of Pokemon cards with you all into a binder, all nice and organized, show you guys how I do it, the process, all that good stuff, and the final results. So I'm here to do all of that. I just got done opening up my booster box of PALDEA Evolved. I think I did okay. I don't know. I didn't pull the Alt Art Iono that everyone wants, but that's okay. I'm sure the odds of pulling that card are very low, so I guess I wasn't expecting it. But I do have the aftermath here. Here it is. We got all of our wrappers. We've got our hits. Yes, all of the things that I normally do during an unboxing video. So I've got my hits that go in the recap here. I've got my huge stack of cards of all of the commons, uncommons, reverses, all of that over there. And then the pack wrappers, you know, all of that good stuff. But I so badly want to organize this because this, what you see on the screen here, is kind of what nightmares are made of, in my eyes anyways. The way things stand, this is not the look of a good time to me. However, it also kind of is the look of a good time because it means I get to do some card organizing. So to get started, we've got to separate things, you know, we've got to put things in order. And I mainly do this by, at least first off anyways, I do this by getting all of the hollows into a pile. I get all of the commons into a pile, all of the uncommons into a pile, and then the reverse hollows into a pile, the energies, my code cards, all of that. You know, we're organizing based on that kind of rarity. Just so we can have a base organization here, yeah? And then to further organize that, then I start to go through and organize into typing. So Pokemon puts their cards in order of type. You get used to it after a while that they start with grass, then they go into fire, then water, then electric, etc., etc. So I just go in the order that they do it because that's how they end up numbering their cards, is by their typing, their elemental typing, and then there's the number as well in the bottom left-hand corner that tells you what number it is in the set. So once I get things into their elemental typing, then I can go through and put them into their numerical order, and that's how I end up putting things into my binder. I also end up sleeving cards as well, you know, sleeving up my hollows, sleeving up my hits like my gold cards, my EXs, all of that. Any reverse cards and hollows I just put in a quote-unquote penny sleeve. I personally use the Perfect Fit, I forget the actual name of them, but they're from Japan. I get them off of Amazon. They are my favorite sleeves. They really do just fit perfectly around cards. I know some people think they're a little too tight, but I personally don't like the ones where they're really loose and the card can just kind of wiggle around in there. I like the perfect fits. And then anything above a hollow or a reverse, so I'm talking EXs, gold cards, all of that, I go ahead and sleeve those in a special sleeve. It's just a little bit more durable than a quote-unquote penny sleeve, so it's got the nice backing to it. I like the black backed ones because it ends up going nicely with my binder since the pages have the black background. I just think it looks nice and professional and fancy when the more expensive cards go into those sleeves. I don't know. I just like doing it that way. And then of course I also put all of the reverses in order too. I go ahead and put all of the reverse hollows in order as well. Those ones I don't think I usually separate out into typing because there's so few of them that I get, you know. Although I suppose now we're not even getting one a pack, we're getting two a pack usually unless you got an art card or something. So there are a few more to organize, but it's not enough that I can't handle where I just put them in numerical order as I go through them instead of having to separate them into typing before I do numerical order. But either way, you know, I organize those too, and also with commons and uncommons, that sort of a thing. When I do a binder, I include 3 of a same card into a slot. I just find that the pages hold better. Like if I only have 1 card in there, they can slip slide in and out a lot if you're leafing through the pages of your binder. So I like that it kind of stacks them up and it makes it so they don't fall out everywhere. And I also just like having 3 of them because I wish, I guess it comes from being a kid, you know, I wish I would have saved more of my Pokemon cards to have in the future. for, you know, a few of them. One to look at, one to be pristine, one to do whatever with. So I don't know, I just like having 3 of them, so it fulfills multiple of my needs to have 3. So I just picked the 3 that I like the best. Usually after opening up a booster box, I don't have too many where I can choose. You know, I usually only get 1 or 2 of a card, but if I ended up getting 3 of any, or more than 3 of any, you know, I go through and just pick the 3 that I like, and then once they are all in order, that's when I can start getting them organized into the binder as well in numerical order. So yeah, I guess I can go ahead and show you that process as well. Let's hop on over, let's do that. To the kitchen table! That's where I put my binder together, at least for these videos. Alrighty, so it is a few days later here. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It actually probably is like a week later. I had to wait for a binder to get to me in the mail. These are the binders that I use, these Ultra Pro binders. They're 9-pocket pages, and they've got the black backing to them. These are the ones I use and that I love. I got orange because, I don't know, it kind of goes with it, you know? And there's orange in the actual set name, so I went with orange, okay? So I've got all of my cards here, as you can see. These are the ones that I separated out on camera, and I've also got my tools of the trade. I've got my little sticky note cube. I'll be using the yellow sticky notes because those are the next ones here in the stack. I've also got a pen. It's just, you can use any old pen. This is the pen that I'm using today. And then also I either, well, at least when I'm first making the binders or putting the binders together, I personally don't use the player's guide at that point, but you definitely could use this if you got an ETB and use this to organize everything, since they've got all of the cards in order here, at least in numerical order. So if you want to do that, you can check them off there. That is something that you can do. I personally do. Yeah? What you up to? Oh, really? Is that really the best place to be sitting? He says, yes, Mommy. Where else am I supposed to sit? I have literally no beds, no couches, no nothing to lay on. This is it. Your binder is bed now. If you knock over my organized cards, I swear to you. You just want to get you. So as you can hopefully see on the screen here, this is what I use. I use PokeLector. You can sign in and, you know, you can get all of your cards and everything registered, quote unquote. It just keeps track of your cards. So you can go into any of the card lists, card sets, or whatever here. Please don't knock over my cards. But you can see it's got all of these sets listed out in order of their release. It also has ads, so you just gotta deal with that. Yay, free websites. Oh, my cat. Oh, my cat. But the set that we are going to be working on is PALDEA Evolved, so let's go ahead into this. So you can see a little description about the set, how many cards are in the set, the release date, and then you have got all of the cards here. And as you go through, they've got them listed numerically as well, just like Pokemon does, and you can use the little check to check it off, and they will, you know, tell you how many more cards you still need as you go along. So you've got options if you want to do it numerically like I do and like Pokemon does. I don't know, it just makes sense to me to do it this way. Numerically anyways. So we are going to go ahead and open the binder here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So yeah, we're starting off with grass, as Pokemon does. Like I think I said earlier, you can see the number of the card and everything down in the corner there, and you can also follow along, like said, on a website or in your trainer book, whatever, player's guide. But yeah, I've just got the cards that I chose. So Hoppip, we've got 3 of them. Yay, we can go ahead and slide those into slot number 1. Skiploom, this beautiful Skiploom artwork we have got for slot number 2. We have also got a hollow Jumpluff for number 3. And like I said, you can be marking these off as you go. So we did Hoppip, we did Skiploom, and we did Jumpluff. Oh, do. Next, we've got number 4, Pineco, Inigo. We have got number 6, Heracross. I feel like it's pretty rare to be able to fill in a whole page right away, but let's see if we can do it. We've got Tropius here, Oh, okay, I must have already skipped one. 4. Yes, I skipped number 5. Okay, so I did not have number 5. So, keep track. Can you all count to 9? I guess apparently I'm not the best at it. But, okay, I'm a little distracted by my furry friend here. Okay, so 7, and then this lovely Combi artwork, we have number 8, and then we have also got number 9, Vespiquen. Alright, so we can slide those in, and then put the rest of the cards to the side before we go ahead and do the next page of the binder. I then like to label my empty slots. So as we can see with the checklist, like said, we had gotten Pineco, we had gotten Heracross, we had gotten Tropius, we had gotten Combi, and we had gotten Vespiquen. However, as we can see, I am missing Fortress EX. So I'm going to go ahead, grab a sticky, and we are going to go ahead and label this Fortress. It's one of those Pokemon where I know its name, but can I spell it? Questionable. And it's an EX, and we want to label this as number 5 because that is what number it is. So then we can just go ahead, peel off the sticky note, and it is labeled for future reference. For when we hopefully pull that card, we know exactly where to put it. And that is my process, my friends. I just repeat this all the way through the binder. So we can flip the page and get started. Ready for the heavy lifting, guys? This takes a while, but you all will get a beautiful speed through. Enjoy. We did it, my friends. So we have all of our cards, all of our normal cards anyways, And we have got all of our sticky notes, which means we can move on to more blankness, and we can put in our reverse hollows. So for this, at this point, since I've already done my checklist and everything on Pokelect, at this point I just go ahead and use my player's guide from the ETBs, so that way I don't confuse myself with the stuff that I already checked off, and this way I can just quickly go through and do my reverse cards in order, just keeping in mind that things such as the EX cards, and I suppose now that we don't have VMAXs and stuff, or V cards, it's just the EXs in the main portion of the set that you have to skip over, or at least don't leave a space for, because those will never come in a reverse rare form or a reverse hollow form. So that is really it. And you know, after you get to the final energy card, that's also it, because none of these will come in reverses or anything either. So for a quick example, we have our first page here. We have got Hoppip, Skip Plume, Jump Pluff for our first three. I don't have Hoppip or Skip Plume, but I do have Jump Pluff, so we will slide that one in. At this point, I'm sick of doing sticky notes, so I don't do sticky notes in the reverse portion, even though it would be nice. I just don't care at this point. And then the next card I have is Tropius. So Jumpluff is number 3. Pineco would go here. We don't leave space though for number 5, Fortress, because like I said, it will not come in a reverse hollow form. So this will actually be Heracross's spot. And then Tropius, number 7, can go right here. And then Combi and Vespiquen and so on and so forth. So this goes relatively quick. I'm gonna get to it. And there we have it. So normally if I would just have 1 or 2 of these extra pages, I would just keep them loose in the back of my binder. But since I have so many for this set, I will be getting little binder rings and just keep them outside of my binder. But this is basically what it all looks like. This is kind of what you can kind of expect, you know, since it is all random, at least in terms of what cards you're getting, and I think in terms of what hits you're getting or the amount of hits. But this is at least what I got from my booster box of Paldea Evolved from the Scarlet and Violet era. This is just what it is. You can see we've still got lots of blank spots, at least in our reverse portion. We definitely have a lot of blank spots, and this is to be expected for our bigger hits section, our full arts, our alt arts, all of that kind of stuff. However, it is very, very satisfying when you finally pull that card and then you get to add it into the binder. So speaking of that, let's go ahead. I'll keep giving you the flip through here until we get to the start. I mean, you can see that for the most part, we are able to fill up a lot of the main portion of the binder. A lot of the stuff that we're mostly missing, you know, there's a couple random ones like Tinkatuff, that's probably an uncommon that I didn't pull, but it's mostly going to be hollows and EX cards and rares from the missing portion of the binder. I mean, to fill up a full 2-page spread, that's pretty impressive. From just one box. That's kind of, I don't know, I guess that might be kind of how it goes now that hollows are guaranteed as the lowest tier that you would get in a pack of cards. But either way, here it is. Here is the binder after one booster box, as I said. However, we are not done here. I have since opened up more packs. I've got my ETB battle cards here, at least my bigger hits, hollows and up, so we can add these to the binder and hopefully show you the joy that comes along with taking off a sticky note. So when it comes to hollows, I put 2 of them in there as opposed to the 3 that I put in if it's not a hollow. Just with the bulk of the sleeve, it just 2 is plenty for me to feel comfy anyways, or to feel like things aren't going to be slip sliding out. So like Obama Snow, I've already got 2 of that hollow, so I will go ahead and put this into bulk. We pulled the Meowscarada EX, so yay, we can peel off that sticky note and set it aside. Nothing else for these 2 pages, but we did get another Gyarados, so that is excellent. Fill that up. We got another Veluza, but I already have 2 of those. Here's a couple more. We'll put those into bulk. Nothing more for those pages. Let's see, Luxray, all finished, so these will go into bulk as well. We've got another Wigglytuff, another Mimikyu. We got our hollow Tinkaton, yay. Swoosh. Feels so good. We've got a Minecraft monster, a couple more Tyranitar, so we will add 1 to the binder and then put that in bulk. We've also got another Orthworm. We've also got another Noivern EX, which you can see here if I do get duplicates of an EX card, or, sorry, this is all backwards in my viewfinder, but if I get an extra EX card or higher, so anything I would have normally put in the fancy black sleeve, if I get an extra of that, I just put it in one of the penny sleeves, just so that it's easier to add behind it, and then I'm not wasting the more expensive black sleeve, which is what shows on top. If that makes sense. I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm just showing you how I personally do my binder. So take these things with a grain of salt. You can copy or not copy me however you see fit. So let's go ahead and get into the fun ones. Our art cards here. What a sad spread, huh? Let's add something to it. We have got Tinkatink here, number 216, so we will slide that on in. Take off that sticky note. We also got Orthworm, so I will go ahead and slide that in. There we go. Looking a little better anyways on these pages. And then we can go ahead and add in 1 more full art. We got Jianpao, which we can put over here, number 236. We also got Squawkabilly, but this won't be until the next page. So in we go right here. Swoop. And then we are starting to get into alt arts, double gold cards. I don't know, you guys, what things are actually called anymore, but these are like an alt art to me anyways. So number 262, Tinkaton EX, very nice card. Slide that on in. We also got another gold card, very exciting. We got the Super Rod, so I'll go ahead and add that in there. And yeah, that's it for the addition to the main part of the set. And then we can go ahead and add things into our reverses. So we got Skiploom, we got a couple of Combee, swoop, another Pyroar, Oricorio, another Veluza, Frigibax, in you go. The Cutie Patootie Pikachu. We got Electrode, another Luxray, a Tadbulb, Spiritomb. Oh, we got a couple of those. Tinkatuff, another Mankey, Pupitar, Krogunk. Oh, a couple of Toxicroaks. Ooh, swoop. Glimmet. Paldean Wooper, Sableye, Seviper, Shroodle, 1 more Q font for there, 1 more for bulk, Orthworm, another Dunsparce, another Wingull, another Fletchling. Oh no, so many doubles. I wanted to fill more of the blank spaces. That's okay, it is what it is. Super Rod, and a couple of reversal energies. So there we go, you guys. There we have our binder. So it feels so good to be able to pull off those sticky notes, like I said, and put those into recycling. But here's what the binder looks like after 1 booster box plus some additions. you know, a couple, how many, I don't know, like 20-ish packs or something, an extra 20 packs from those ETBs, something like that. So here it is. Here's the binder so far. You guys will obviously be seeing me add to this in future videos whenever I get to add more of PALDEA Evolved into my life. You know, whenever I get to open more packs on video here, I will be showing you guys me filling in the binder. So hopefully pages like this I'll be able to fill in, you know, an easy trainer card. I should be able to pull that eventually, hopefully. Anyways, if not, you know, stuff like EX cards, they usually end up being $1 or $2. I can buy those as singles online, but here we go, here we are, and that is what I'm working with thus far. I hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, there you go, you guys. There is what you can kind of expect from opening up a booster box of Pokemon cards, at least nowadays. That's kind of about the amount of hits you can expect. You know, you're never, at least I don't think, ever going to fill up your full binder out of just one booster box, you know, especially not with the rare cards, but you're not even going to get all the commons and uncommons and stuff. So it does take more than that if you're opening packs to complete your binder. You know, you can also just buy singles, but you know, opening packs is a lot of fun, I will say. But either way, that is how I do it. That is my binder for PALDEA Evolved, at least right now. Of course, I add to it as I continue opening things here on the channel, and you guys see that at the end of my videos. But for now, that is what my PALDEA Evolved binder looks like. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my organization and whatnot. If you did, please do go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe, tap that notification bell down below, and become a member of my casserole family, be it here on this channel or my main channel. I'd love to have you here, there, and everywhere. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!